Oh.
So after burying all these people, then my daughter, my younger sister that died she died in 2018. She was a footballer. She was one of our female coaches. She was one of the assistant coaching under 19 female national team. And after she died, I thought I was going to be the next. I don't know. But when my daughter died, my world crumbled before me. And then sometimes I see myself for days. I could cry for days. And I've been in.
Ọ dị mma anyị afụgo ya bụ ihe onyonyo wee fụ ụkpatụlụ aka na obele ihe ndị ọ na-agabiga mana nke ahụ anyị ka ga-abịa na ya bụ okwu n'uju mana ọ ga-adị mkpa ka dọkịta kọwatụgodola anyị ihe bụ depression. Dọkịta biko, gịnị bụ depression nke a na-akpọ nkolopụ obi ma ọ bụ ịda mba n'obi?
Na ihe emenụ na masutukwu oyibo bere ka o were bada ọfụma. Depression is a minor mental illness that deals with a constant low mood. Igbo si n'ọwụ nkonopu obi. When you are in that constant low mood, nothing pleases you again. Ibugo n'ụzọ gwa onwe gị na onwerozi ife ọzọ fọrọ ya with depression. Anọlugo m ebe a, anọlugo m ebe a, mmejezikwa ọzọ. It's over, it's done, nothing is going to happen again. Mana ị na-emezi ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ ejighị abịa ekwute okwu ya bụ na once you talk about mental illness, no matter how slight it is, like this depression, like unmanaged stress, not trying to open, because of the stigmatization, and most of these people have find themselves in a particular place in the society that they'll be like, you see that the major characteristics that makes depression a common thing for the average and the above, in a depression na ndị nọ na mgbada amara for. If you go na number than alcohol or second depression, Maria. No, they know how to go around it because they don't know what it is. For you to know what depression means you've attained a particular level in your life. Now you have to battle with two things. Not the stigmatization, but the pride, the arrogance of a psychologist. While I'm in charge of my life, I have a lot of people working for me. I have these fans of like 1 million plus following me on each of my handles. I can let them down. And you will use fan a mask. Whether quartos, piacere, ono isitem ketam, this year konyan nacho. And I know we keep rubbing those things, and inside we are empty. When it gets to that level, they will lose it. And when they lose it, I say, chai. Depression has a lot of things. It's a close neighbor to suicide. On your land, they're constantly depressed. Nekwaya, no. Maka, it's just gonna be a new show. Ginozo for one. Kifa ye mezi.
Okay, now anyị na-ekwu maka ịma a na-ekwu ihe a na-ekwu ihe nwere ike iweta nya bụ ihe depression nwere ike ịnọkọta bịalụ mmadụ ka o nwere ihe na-akpata eji enwe depression nke a kpọrọ n'oyibo causes of depression.
Okay, now looking at it, we have two types of depression. And with depression do the now, and one can call clinical depression. Clinical depression kanwa or warrior. It has to do with your hormones. Okay, like come we go to your belly. What for them wine or fat from sofa. They have some hormonal imbalance. It's a natural thing, or ana agwọ ya agwọ ana manejikwa ya ịghọta ụdị ndị ahụ ụdị ihe ahụ chọrọ imefa afa amatọ nwa ụdị ọgwụ a ga-bido nyebefa. They will now manage it. The crumbs, the pains will not be as severe as it used to do, the throwing up and everything. The same thing with clinical depression. Nka ịmarụ ma mee ya ịnọgide nọgide iwe bido na-ewe gị ịnọgide arụ n'aka ya ịnọgide eme ebe isi ebido. It's normal. Some people have this clinical depression. It's okay. Then also another one is the environmental societal depression that has to do with ifende gabigara, disappointment, loss of loved ones, loss of job, hopes being dashed, a whole lot of things. Nke ahụ ihe nna anyị na-arụ ihe obodo be anyị na-ebute anyị ọnwụ ike pụta n'ọtụtụ ihe ichere na ọya adịrọ accidents, deformation, pains, indecisions in career, indecisions in marriages, indecisions in family, and a whole lot of things. They can wake him again. They say, it will start from, what am I really doing? Why did I find myself in this situation? Why must it be me? What is it? When you keep asking those questions, you keep dropping down, because the more you ask yourself those questions, the more you lose it. The more in our
The answers are not forthcoming.
The answers are forthcoming. See, the funny thing with depression is behind or beside every cause of depression is the solution. But our eyes are so blinded and clouded with tears that we don't see well. So you don't see well. Beside it, it's the solution. Mana wuzi ki se tuwali fa hanko we melegi feature ime. Odi ka kita now, onye obna na ele nnu. Ela nnu sosi onye gi nsogbu, mana itinye nnu na nni. Ọsụsọ. So behind every symptom and every cause of depression is the solution. Ebe ahụ ka need a professional. The biggest problem we have in this country and this part of the world is you find the supposed now, come to penye guys when you see yourself treating malaria 3 times a month, watch it, you're tilting towards depression. On with an million. Okay, season lang go mon car sometimes you are drifting towards depression and you don't know. I have people say I'm not going to say
actually, I'm coming to that. You hear both signs and symptoms. So there is way key chopota onye na-enwe depression anwa.
Giwa gama no way, gimano giwa zikwazi onwe geziokwu ihe nsogbu no n'ime ya.
Of course. Like what is in a mmadụ nweke na-ekwu na ọ mara ihe na-eme ya. Kedu ka ị ga-esi wee ma na depression na-eme?
One way is okay, look at it from this angle. Na doctor
ọ na ọ bụ na ịghọtara ihe na-eme gị ahụ ijebe
aghọta ihe and ọtụtụ oge we meet the wrong people to give us the wrong diagnosis. Okay. You see the problem we have? I can't treat you 3 times or 2 times over a period of 2 months. I mean, to take malaria 3 times. After 2 weeks, for starters, you are somebody malo. No, you were a jolly good fellow. In a minute here, you know. Nah, I'm not interested. Nah, or you get go dabacha obutegia itinye ofu tinye abo ekwapia abacha your favorite ya panke je tanko again ana azo ya azo gi one way bata na studio mo bata na clinic mo bata na office say here afi azo from gate ya man bata wago ina bata ze na agazi akụkọ gi one way I mean e bata urugodi umu ihe 6:30 afi eko ka ke ga totokosi ya ihe. You take time and clean it and smooth it well. If it has your children mark it is. If another doesn't matter, dear, my dear, a lot of things. Okay, what's up? Nah, you won't understand. More not that what you won't understand and it is well. Judea, it is not well.
The madok biko enwelo agbata aro mmadụ nwee ike ịnọ asi na onye ahụ nwee ike na ọma nwe ndị nwezi depressed ma onwe particular age a na-ejikarị adị depressed ka onye ọbụla nwee ike inwe depression ma nwata ma okenye ka anyị malụ biko.
Once you bido nwe uche ụmụazị na depressed, you have depression in children. You have ụmụazị 3, 4 and they are depressed. You know what happened? You got go back here where we tear ya 2 emesera gi fani na mo na alika ana mebu. Look through. Me wo gi fem mero na school mo go ka he sedere. Obere nwa gota si onwe. O wo gi fofo. O need explanation man. O mara ki yese call wire onolo wire. That is when that cuddling and that love comes to play. But I am married for. So onwero nya dara di depressed. Depression is a very common thing. If knows do you know how to snap out of it?
Ọ dị ma ọ dịkwa ka ya bụ isi afụlụ wee kwaba okpu na nkata anyị na-akpa n'ụtụtụ a mana tutu anyị banye na ya bụ isi afụlụ kwaba okpu ka anyị negodo anya n'ihe gbasara onyonyo aha anyị na-ebulu anyị mana ọbịa ọkọwalụ ihe butelu nsogbu ya nwere ya mana nyanwa amara okwu na onwe ihe ga-eme ya mana okwu na ụmụ nwanne ya ndị nwoke tọnwụrụ ndị nwaanyị tọnwụọ then nwa ya nwaanyị ofu nwa ọmụta ọ sị na ọ mụrụ nwa nwa mgbe ọ dị obele ya na ya dịzịa ka nwanne mmago ofu nwa aha wee nwụnarị ya n'afọ na-abụọ gara aga na ihe ndị ọzọkwa okwuka na ọ dịka onwere nwanne ọzọ nkwa adịsie nke ọtụtụ ihe so kedu ihe ị nwere ike ikwu na ya bụ ọnọdụ biko maka na mma na onwe ihe anyị ga-amụta site na ya bụ ihe
dịka m siri kwuo nke a wụ ka mkpọ ya secondary depression like the societal depression nkọwa tupu na ihe mmelụ mmadụ ife mmadụ gabigara na-eme ọ dịzie ka o jebigago ọtụtụ ihe. A lot of people won't take it. It's no matter how strong she is human. Now the point is, how are you managing this? The management is now centered on where do you place your trust. Now, if I did the for fella, how carry I wanna onwalo for culture and the ban you walo. Obulugo kainsi eme. Onam no keta. I have my kids, they're coming up, and I'm still a young man, hustling within my capacity and beyond. Retirement, I'm not into government service, I'm into private practice. So my investment, then I now invest all my youth, all my young, early wealth, everything now, between now and the next 20 years, whatever I get, I'm investing it in my children to make sure that they are. So that in the next 30, 40 years, I go as them census. Chinedu anatabe. Chinedu nata. You get what I'm saying? There's when Chinedu when Chioma when Chika when Ngozi Chuku. Out of all these things, maybe when Mofu Abu Ebem to Kwasrobi Mwamonka Wunde Mungwafu Kufano. Anything that turns, that drop in trust, that drop in hope, if you watch, he has had a whole lot of, like I call it episodes, a whole lot of pains around her. So she's like, okay, this is my last resort. This is my last resort. And most probably, they didn't really tell any person the real story behind the story. Okay? I'm going to know mother like this. Fire no 5, 6, 10 years, man. A shian 18 years cause on an, 18 years for an a chunk of London. After that, they've wrote it in an you now see, I'm just saying a whole lot of things sets in. And now, cause the other guy has said, now, Bapuna Yuche. This is one of the disadvantages of trust. hoping on. I won't talk about belief because when you say you believe, there has been a doubt. So in his case, we're not talking about, in her case, sorry, we're not talking about belief here. We're talking about trust and hope. Eba kan tokwasi obi, eba kan yonzopụta m yesebia. So it's going to hit you and ada apotaya. Mana Bruno Bina, ebo wuna nekwu okwu depression. You're talking about suicide alongside. Far aboard the cannibal. Or that fear on can matches where a mepoko. On a very easy. Enapo ya matches where a tinyoko. Siana because your matches can buy stove. On a wizzy two major and quick intervention. Umifendi agemegi yota ketana ndi banyan waroi. We don't have good friendship. We don't have good communication skill. When you say, this is my friend, this is my group, this is my family.
Kulu, onwe video melon na no mgba anwa ka ekwesịrị ịgbatali ọsọ enyemaka n'uche nke m maka na o kwuru si na ba dịka ihe ikwubulu mbụ na isi mmadụ na inwe mental challenge n'ihe izizi ha ga-ekwubu na onye anwa ayibagala so ọ na-ekwu ya n'afọ imago comically otu o si amụkwa amụ kwuo na niamanwu.
That was the time she sent the message, watch out, I'm going. Keka message potano toto ana muna ikugudo okwo wugudi fe meta ma say don't worry, I will not die. Oga won me prono say I will not die. Where touch so ya. Any small thing abuponi at that time. Because you see, there is one thing I understand in this life. Death, yeah, is every person's call at the end of the day. But you negotiate when you go. That is one power we have that people don't know we have. You can negotiate. On behalf of the say, I want to cool down. Let's talk. No lodo. America enye ko Mike enye ki elini. I'm telling you. No, that is the fact, man. Ndi mmadụ aghọtara.
Ngwe ko wala e
ka ojo ka nje kwalife niile. You don't go without you signing your death consent. You have to sign it. Nobody does. They can't say what a power. It's sign here. Obviously, Anna, now we're going to the very far. Can ship to your next ship to your base. I said, we negotiate to see another 6 years, another 6 months, another 1 year. Or to we know how to talk, but we don't have the will to act. So when I talk about depression and talk about suicide alongside, they talk about will and faith to resist. You don't need to talk about it, you need to act it up.
Kita ka ịmalite isonyela anyị na-anya na isiokwu si handling the burden of depression, slight reference to Adame's death. Na Good Morning Anambra nke tata iwe na-asị ka anyị gbatu dị m obele oge ka anyị welutu ozi anyị na-anaghachi.
Now, one of such is, number one, have people around you and always share what is going on. Like, you know, they say a problem that is shared is half solved. All right, very importantly, share what's going on, really open up to people. I think so. And then secondly, be engaged in something that is beyond you, such that you have a reason to be alive. Because when you don't have a reason to be alive, depression will kill you. You're right, beyond just feeling the bad things that happen to you and stocking it up. If you believe that, okay, God, I have something big to offer my world, and you keep pushing at it, you would look beyond those things that would have caused you or keep you depressed.
So you have a mebo, Obambo, Funodiano, Nanya, that is in alone, Onion and the mother was an so that I'm not Banyalia and Kata, so that come where we're not a cobia, we're not a co platform on our drama. There were now a mero tuanga, okay, mea, that is Obim Bawa, or Obim Kolo Pumaike, Dapasia.
When you have this personal relationship with God, it actually helps, because there's a situation whereby you find yourself, there's nobody else that can actually understand what you're going through except He that creates you. So that your personal relationship with God is actually very, 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 very important. That is one. The number two is that purpose. Okay, when you see a man that lives for a purpose, it's actually difficult for the person to be depressed, because there is something you are living for that is actually greater and higher than you. Okay, so those two things are actually very important. Then go out there, go out there, meet people. You must not feel it. Don't wait until you feel it. If you're waiting for you to feel it, before you know it, you might actually be sinking inside depression deeply. So don't wait until you feel it. If you have to go to gym, go out there. Have to go to the church, go out there, as in go meet people. Okay, just go meet people.
One of the best ways to handle depression is to be more open about it. And in our society, people don't really talk about their feelings. We're not really in that culture where we're very expressive, but I think that people should be more expressive about their feelings, because I think one of the good support structures we have is family and friends. And family and friends should also check up on each other and try to encourage and support each other emotionally, apart from just materially. Sometimes some things that goes beyond material support or financial support. People are really going through a lot, and people should, most times, I would say, find a reason to live, a reason to be happy, what to live for. It could be the little things. It might not be. It could be loved ones. It could be just personal, your well-being. Personally, to me, I work out, and I think it elevates your mood too. Engage in things, be more open, go out for meaningful functions that you interact with people and get ideas of different things to take your mind off what you're feeling. And one thing people need to know, that whatever you're going through, you're not the only one going through it. So don't think your case is the worst, and it's not a reason to take your life. There's always a reason to live.
Ọ dị mma, anyị afụgo ka ndị mmadụ si wee tụnye ụtụ nke ha n'isiokwu anyị na-enebanye anya, ihe a ga-eji wee gbanarị ya bụ obi nkolopụ maọbụ ịda mba n'obi, nke bekee kpọrọ depression, ka anyị na-enebanye anya n'ụtụtụ a. Ndị ọbịa anyị na ha nọ n'ụtụtụ a bụ dọkịnta Kasmia Nnemeka, bụ clinical psychologist, yana Onyi Edokwe, mother and coordinator Young Couples Forum. Onyi, anyị na-anabata gị na agba nke abụọ.
Thank you very much.
Nọrịnne. O nwere onye na-akpa anyị, mana biko nweenụ ndidi nwa obere oge tutu anyị nabataba ozi unu. Anyị akwụgo ọtụtụ ihe gbasara ya bụ ịda mba n'obi maọbụ depression nke akpọrọ ya. Dọkịta anyị na ya nọ akọwagolo anyị ihe ọ bụ na ihe na-ebute ya na etu esi ama ka o si adị. Mana onye kedu effect, kedu ihe na-adapụta na mmadụ inwe depression a na-ekwu okwu ya?
Onye na-akpata depression,
effect ihe ọ na-ewepụta.
Thank you very much. Imana, before now, Anambra na-ekwu okwu depression. I used to see it as just one being sad and say, upon no sadness, you can just shake it off. But recent experience of relating with people, I got to know, as in relating closely to somebody depressed, I got to know that it's beyond being sad. I got to know that it's something that you can't even help yourself. Here I say, Obono goroge ba egwu, Obolo no nige easy off, Obolo no whatever gives you joy. As much as that one helps a lot, depression, from what I've seen around or the experience I had interacting with people, they depressed, is beyond that. It's good now, as much as you have people around, people that loves you around, try as much as you can to just to shed off every negative energy and then do things that give you a joy. it's very important that you seek medical help. Just like you asked my kid, he only lead to. Only lead to madness. Because I've seen a lady landed in psychiatric hospital because of she lost a baby. For how many? For like 9 years or thereabouts. So finally she got pregnant. More the child, the baby girl died. And Mago, she thought she would handle it after 3 months. Ona cousin, na go phone and she was rushed to the hospital. So it's more of that. For the self, if you don't if you make money, the person will fall into obesity out of depression. If you don't attack some if you are not go na jigin for another nothing gives them joy. Nothing gives them joy anymore. And nothing gives them joy about that thought of suicide. Na baby na example. And they can have zero. So it's very, very when not have a phone, no milli, and no way in mono, or they can't million and yes, she kept going to toilet every time. Because I think I need about depression. Man, good people around you, then work for a good doctor that can manage it very well. I think very rare for clinical psychologists, and the people that are actually practicing. If you can get a good one and then have people that love you and then that will encourage you and all that, it will help that person to not to go to that extreme. My call joker.
Okay. Doc biko na oge anyị na-akụzikwa kwarapụ na ihe mmemme a ịma na asị m na nke a bụ okwu isi afụrụ wee kwaba okpugbo otu a ga-esi wee kwa nyabụ onye ukwu walụ kedu ka a ga-esi wee nye aka handling the burden of depression kedu ihe mmadụ nwere ike ime onye o mebegolo already dịka ị ga-azakwa anyị ma enwere ike ịgbanarị depression onwere ụzọ enwere ike isi wee gbanarị depression tutu ịbanyezie na otu a ga-esi wee gọzie onye ukwu walụ.
Like you asked 3 questions and
Two.
one. It's
Two
okay.
can
2
you?
actually. I saw 3. Like, look at it. Nkembo early dictation of depression when you are starting into a depressive mood in Nyaka. That is when there is a communication.
Ụtụtụ ọma. Ụtụtụ ọma. Kedu afa gị n'ebe isi akpọ? Ngwa gaa n'iru ọsọ.
Oh yeah, man. So many psychologists, so many counselors. People now, I have what I use. You go to, you have to psychologist or go to, and very good at what you achieve. But he does not. I have prayer anything. Everywhere, I no cat is there. Next time, everywhere. If you exercise, I say no, you need the catalyst. You get about except no, and the man can read them from the body. Depression is a very big thing. Because also something deep in this our country, our culture, and it's eating us down. And I think that now, or like this, more I think that the person in this country, in this country, is that we need to get awareness. Let us know that we have depression and how to get nobody say even a very further. I have this I don't depressed. I'm going to say I'm from why I'm here. I'm going to mean of it until okay, like this is not man around. When they do the people around one, we didn't know because they make just trying to respond to me. But she was going down. Most of us was around the whole area because if I didn't basically so far here on her issue, Yes. But now, I believe that if you don't believe in all depression now, no. Yes. But you don't have to know the part you have there. So the important thing I need to discuss is the great awareness. One, yes. That means when a man that depression is real.
Odimma, dalo o.
There are channels where you can go and meet a doctor or help what you are when you can't feel it. Please do way out.
Odimma, dalo rinne.
I'm going to put down one that taking awareness and let people know that depression is real and very bad. You can kill someone.
Dalo o.
Things will be happening.
Dalo o. Dalo rinne. Suggestions here amaka na any dey create awareness and thank God na doc be ata. Tutu ni ma ege well number doctor. Debe.
Last interview me na TVC. She was like that she go all the way from Lagos to I think Port Harcourt to say a doctor. Father, she's got one in Lagos. So when they have to come my doctor, do you understand? Me follow chapunya off. At the end of the day.
Biko maka oge anyị ka.
Okay, the case for it's a two-way thing. Baby Anoka, and my centers in Anoka. I have a center.
Okay.
Ikwetana.
Needed
depressed. 1, 2. Do you believe in what I can offer you?
Imano ya behind you where you again. Kedi kesi ama.
Ya can na
kawa. Like
benjolo ya ba dudu. Onwe oge mbidasim. Oge bidi treat onwe malaria more than 3 times in 2 months or in a month. Juajuju, something is wrong. And Egwonya was saying, "Equifene Megin Onega New Bona Bosamara Mefenako." God forbid, Holy Ghost fire, not my portion. It is well, I know about that. You don't push people to do something. There are psychologists in this town, there are psychologists in Nigeria. Now, can I go to Fife? There is a very big gap between a psychologist and a counselor. Okay. Can I go to your former? When you have psychological issues, Ebugenia medical doctors. Pathological medicine is different from psychological issues, and they are also different from psychiatric issues. No, okay, okay. Makana ifena maro ada alolo. There are psychologists, and they create awareness study. I'm a program on them since in Anambra State, since in Bawaka. My name is Eneganya, or Segapin Hana, Pastor Aga find here where.
Oh, the doctor Kekage is when you
now, senior Kakitao. Open up. Or the double alo. Having depression is like having malaria or typhoid. Talk about it. One mother. You could one day, Adare kun, Obuni wezi boy. There should be a follow-up. Then go to the right person. What do I mean go to the right person? Until you check the right channel. Odeka onye na ekpele ego. Ina eje ekpelu chukwu na enye nwa. Ina ekpele na enye ge nwa. Until ekpelu nke na enye ego omegene onye ge ego. Why do I use this as, as an example is when you talk to some people who you think, yes, they are professionals, but they're not professionals in this way. They will talk to you according to what they know. And how to do signposting and referral.
Now, and we can avoid them.
Yes, you can avoid depression. How do you avoid depression? Believe in yourself. See things the way they are. Open up and talk to somebody. Agadoni hakike.
Odimma onyinye biko enwe kedi ka o si digi ka ga-esi we avoid depression ka we chikota.
Anyway, avoid depression for Kwalam because most people don't even know when it clips in. And some things that can lead into depression are some things that are unavoided, that is beyond your control. Like this Ada that lost series of quite a number of our family members. John, I console the first one, console the second one, the third one. And some point, I think that even what killed her is fear of herself dying, fear of Mago. Now at some point now, this is a very difficult thing. But what I will say is, the truth now, greater number of people in our society are the depressed. if you know no open juleju mana I will say let us learn to pay attention to one another. Let us learn to love one another. Mmadụ sị gị na aghọtasikwa ka o si eme ya nkeke na ntị. Because recently somebody go see test mmadụ send ya say if not for my kids I would have done something drastic. And the person who send ya saying that he just sent this thing to blackmail him because of him honor and he say can you see beyond that thing? Why not call this person and talk to that person? So sometimes even when you cry people tend to make mockery of you. If not can man image alone. So let us go back to showing love. Let us go back to paying attention. Mmadụ sị gị na aghọta ihe na-eme instead of mocking that person. Show love.
Ọ dị mma biko unu maka oge anyị na-ekene unu n'ụzọ pụrụ iche Dr. Kasmia Nnaemeka clinical psychologist daalụrị nne etutu ịpụ ebe anyị ga-enyecha anyị akara igwe eji eweta gị ka maka ọdajụ ka anyị wee mara ebe mana amakwa mma unu nwe depression nwa mebe unu ka ezi ebe unu ga-eje n'ebe a ka anyị na-adọbilie n'ihe mmemme Good Morning Anambra nke taa na-ekenekwazi gị Onyi Edokwe maka ịbịa nọnyela anyị n'ụtụtụ a daalụ maka oge gị afọ mbụ nọnye nwe Okoye na-asị unu biko ka anyị gbasie mbọ ike onwere ga-achọ ka onye nke ya nwụnarị ya maọbụ ka nyanwa na onwe ya nwụkwa ka anyị mee ihe anyị kwesịrị ime ka ndị ọzọ fọzialụ Chukwu n'ebe a ka anyị na-adọbile na-asị gị na anyị ga-alọghachi echi niile ka ọ dịnụ